Hey everyone, welcome back to the podcast. Today, we're diving into the fascinating world of TypeScript and ESLint. Now, if you're a developer, you might already know about these tools, but for those who aren't as familiar, don't worry, we'll break it down together. So let's start with the basics. TypeScript is a superset of JavaScript that adds static types. This means it helps catch errors early in the development process, kind of like having a safety net while you're working on your code. Why is that important? Well, think of it like this. If you were building a house, wouldn't you want to ensure that the foundation is solid before putting on the roof? That's essentially what TypeScript does for your code. And then we have ESLint. It's a tool that helps find and fix problems in your JavaScript code. It's like having a very knowledgeable friend who points out when you might not be following best coding practices. Together, TypeScript and ESLint can really elevate the quality of your code. Now, here's where it gets interesting. There's a project called typescript-eslint that acts as a bridge between TSLint and ESLint. You may know TSLint has been deprecated, and this new approach allows us to convert TSLint configurations to ESLint equivalents. This is super useful because it means developers can transition smoothly without having to rewrite their configuration from scratch. Have you ever experienced a sudden change in your workflow? It can be jarring, right? This tool aims to make that transition easier. Let's take a moment here to consider your own experiences. Have you ever dealt with outdated tooling in your projects? Maybe your team stuck with an older version of something and the friction it caused? Well, moving to ESLint with TypeScript support can alleviate that pain. And speaking of support, there's a monorepo structure used in TypeScript ESLint. This means all the toolings are centralized, which can make managing and collaborating on web projects a breeze. Being part of a thriving community around these tools adds to the experience. There are always updates and improvements being made. This brings me to an awesome aspect of the open source community, the way developers contribute, share knowledge, and create tools that enhance our coding experience. Just imagine a project where you have hundreds of contributors improving tools like ESLint every day. It's a testament to the collaborative spirit in the software development world. As we wrap up, I'd love to hear from you. If you're using TypeScript and ESLint, what has your experience been like? Do you think tools like TypeScript ESLint are changing the game? A little thought there. Change can be daunting, but it's often where the growth happens. Thanks for tuning in today. Remember to appreciate the tools you have. They're often the unsung heroes behind your development work. Until next time, keep coding, keep improving, and stay curious.